Welcome back to the channel. It's your man, King Anan. And on this channel, my mission is to help create different avenues of plugging the African American community into Ghana and extensively Africa. So it's been a crazy, crazy week for me. It's been very exciting. Last week, I crossed over the 1,000 subscriber threshold, and that's huge in the creator space, especially on the YouTube platform. So I recently posted a video titled "No Citizenship for African Americans in Africa." And that video, as of right now, within the last 6 days, has over 7,000 views. So it had a lot of crazy engagement, a lot of comments, and some very, very interesting comments, some harsh debates, some engagement. And I feel that I had to post this video because it's really, really relevant to that video. So if you haven't seen the No Citizenship for African Americans video in Africa, I want you to finish watching this video. And at the end, you'll probably see a link at the end of this video to check that video out. So finish watching this video, and then you can go ahead and check out that video if you haven't seen it already. So a lot of you probably might know of Wode Maya. Wode Maya, he's from Ghana, like myself, and he's one of Africa's biggest content creators. He's been uploading videos on YouTube for a really, really long time, and he's doing an amazing job. So back in, I want to say 6 months ago, I had a conversation with him on YouTube. So I want you to go ahead and check out that video.
To the topic, do we need to change the narrative of Africa? Let me start with a quote by a noted historian, noted African-American historian. He says, what we do for ourselves depends on what we think of ourselves. What we think of ourselves depends on what we know of ourselves. And what we know of ourselves depends on what we have been told about ourselves. What does that mean? Everything that we've learned in Africa, 90% of it, I would say, starting from our youth, has been told by other people, has been told by Europeans, probably Americans. So we don't think that much of ourselves. A lot of African youths, and even for me, myself, I lived in Ghana until the age of 12 when I came to the United States. And I had no idea of kings and queens in the history of Africa. And a lot of us don't. A lot of adults, the average, probably, I don't mean to say single out women, but the average market women, probably in Makala Market in Accra, does not know that much about ancient African history, Egypt, and Mansa Musa, that he was the richest man of all time in world history. We don't know these things. So what does that say about us? Our self-image is very, very poor. The self-image of most Africans is very, very poor. So for me, it starts with the youth. It starts with educating the youth and changing our education system. Is that going to be easy? No. None of the stuff that you're doing, none of the things that other YouTubers are doing in changing the narrative of Africa is easy, but it's going to be worth it. It's not going to be easy to change anything in Africa, but it's going to be worth it. Anything that you're blessed to be doing, or anything that I would be able to do in the future in Africa, in Ghana, it's not going to be for me. It's going to be for my children and their children. That's the way I look at it. So it's going to be a struggle for us to change anything in Africa. When it comes to Africa and changing, we're not going to be able to change the mindset of adults in Africa, because the mind is already set. When you get to a certain age, it's really difficult to change the way you think. Okay, there's a saying that a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. It's very, very difficult to change an adult, but it starts with the youth, because from the age that you're born until you're about 7, that's when you build your mentality. That's when because your whole environment influences you when you're very, very young. It influences you. I mean, look at the images of the things that we have in a place like Ghana. When you're out and about in the street, you see a Coca-Cola. When you go to the mall, you see a Gucci, you see a Fendi. Those things are not African. Or you see a Toyota, you see a Nissan, but we have Kantanka cars in Ghana, but we're not patronizing those things. We're not patronizing the things that are from us, because we don't love ourselves. everything starts with self-love. We don't appreciate the things that we have. We think that it's not beautiful enough, so we have to reach out to.
So do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying? Do you feel that African Americans and Africans alike have a poor self-image problem? Is that the reason why some African Americans do not really want to connect with Africa, because they have an identity situation or a lack of identity? Comment below and let me know. So let me give you an example. Why is it that here in the United States, for example, or maybe even in Europe, Black people will wear the Gucci's, the Louis, the Fendi's, and then every now and then, these companies will make some type of mistake, supposedly a mistake that will offend Black people. And then Black people get all emotional, up in arms. But within the next year, Black folk are back rocking these brands again. So how are these people supposed to respect us? Excuse me, but they can just shit on us. And then within the next year, we're rocking their brands again. We're actually paying them. I mean, think about it. And it's the same in Africa, because in Africa, folks are wearing these brands also. And they've been wearing these brands for a really, really long time.
But to go to Europe, to go to the United States, I mean, I'm blessed enough that I've lived in this country for this long, for 30 years. But it's also changed my mentality and the way that I see things. So it starts with the youth. It really starts with the youth, because the leaders in Africa, it's not their fault. It's not, the leaders are not the problem. I disagree. It's not the leaders. Our education system and where we start from, that's what the problem is. The leaders are just a manifestation of the education system and how they were educated. Okay, see, Wode Maya, there's universal laws that we're all governed by in this universe that we live in. There's a law of gravity, there's a law of polarity, there's a law of cause and effect. The education system is the cause and the leaders are the effect of the education system. So if we're able to change where we start off, that's the only way that we're gonna be able to possibly change Africa in the future. That's the only way, is if we change where we start from. Because our mindset, the environment in Africa is just a reflection of our mindset. That's the only difference between Africa and Europe and the United States, is that people have two completely different mindsets. We think way different over here in America and in Africa. So that's some of the things that I think I talk about on my channel, my YouTube channel, King Anan Ghana, is that, and the purpose of my channel is bridging the gap between continental Africans and the African American diaspora, because we need to change the way that we look at Africa from here and across the world. That's the only way that we can change Africa, is if we link the diaspora and the and continental Africans. And in regard to the books, one of the other brothers said reading is very, very important. There's a saying here in America. I don't know if you ever heard of Wode, but they said, if you want to hide something from a Black man, put it in a book. That's what they say, because most of us brothers, we don't read. I mean, I read. I love to read. I've loved to read ever since I was a child. So we have to read, because knowledge is the only way that we can change our mind. So yeah, thank you for your time, Wode. Yeah.
There's something that's like, I want you to tell us about your channel. Can I have the link or anything so that people can
Sure, I'll shoot the link right now. But yeah, my channel is called King Anan Ghana, and the content I create is basically to bridge the gap between continental Africans and the African diaspora all over the world. And it was inspired on me growing up here in the United States from the age of 12, and growing up and being influenced by African American culture, and also being from Ghana. So that's the inspiration of my channel.
I thought that I had to upload this video and share my opinion, and also get your opinion as well. So we're all suffering from the same self-image problem, and we have to work on that. I mean, just think about it. If a brother or a sister here started a fashion line, they asked their friend or neighbor to support them, they probably wouldn't. They're going to look at them and think, okay, that's not Fendi, that's not Louis, so I'm not going to rock it yet. I'm not going to support you yet. we don't support our own. And that's a major problem in our community, both on both sides of the continent. Black people, we have to do better. We have to try to leave a better world for our babies, because if not, it's just going to be the same and things are never, never, ever going to change. So again, comment below and let me know how you feel. If you agree or disagree with me, I want to hear your opinion. If you don't like this video, you can dislike it. It's okay. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. You know, I've had to look in the mirror in my life, you know, at the mistakes that I've made, and I've had my own issues that I had to work on. And I believe that the collective Black community, both sides, African Americans and Africans, we all need to look in the mirror and we all need to check this self-identity, this self-image that we have. We got to work on it, because if we don't, we're not headed anywhere and we're not ever going to be able to fix our problems. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you reach the end of this video, make sure you click the video either here or there to check out the full cut of the Wode Maya conversation that I had. And just let me know what you think at the bottom of this video in the comment section. But thank you all so much for checking out my video again. It's your man, Ken Anan. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.